Ron Harris here for MuscularDevelopment.com. Coverage of the Tampa Pro brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Here with my man, Big Mike Cox, formerly of Cleveland, now in the Tampa Bay area. And we wrapped up day one here at Tampa Pro. We covered 7 divisions. We're going to go through all the results real quick for you, focusing, of course, on our wheelhouse, starting with men's 212. I would say no surprise, but it kind of was a surprise because we didn't know which way this was going to go between Keon Pearson and Kareth Bajo. It was, Keon had this beautiful, bubbly physique, beautiful shape, perfect structure, good condition, but Kareth Bajo, his condition was on a whole other level. It's what I call old man muscle. Yes. So much detail, yes. Crispy, dry, striated, etched out of stone. How did you see it? Who did you have winning?
I had Kareth winning. However, Keon has such a beautiful physique that even when he's not 100%, he still looks hard to beat, right? But I think I would reward condition. Kareth had a lot more grainy muscle. The side chest of his with his ham drop was absolutely incredible. He's just a freak. But again, it had to be close, apples and oranges, but Keon's got such a good body, man. He's such a good bodybuilder that hopefully down the road he can get that condition 100% and present what we all know he's capable of. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time. Just more reps in the gym. Stick with it. But Kareth hopefully goes to Texas next week and gets his qualifications because he belongs on that Olympia stage.
For sure. And I mean, I don't know who else is doing 212 in Texas. I haven't heard anything, but if they're going to beat Kareth, they're going to have to be freaking phenomenal. Third place, Nathan Eppler from Indiana. He's definitely one of the taller guys. I want to say he's about 5'8", and he is moving to open next year. That's his plan right now, hopefully. But, man, condition, I think, is what carried him into that third place spot because he's outsized by half this lineup or more. Doesn't have the most size, but you know what? It's not about size. It's not all about size. He's got really nice muscle bellies, just details. Muscle separation is so deep and clear. I had no problem with him taking third.
No, he's a very worthy third-place finisher. He just opened a gym recently, too, as well. So opening a gym, prepping for a pro show, not easy. But he was maybe a little crisper at the Olympia, I believe. But he was in great condition. That chest fullness, when he does the side chest, the most muscular is crazy. Good combination of size and detail. Just be a little bit tighter, but great showing for him.
Yeah. Fourth place pro debut for Canada's Cody Drobot. I used to think his name was Robot, but it's actually Drobot. No offense. Prepped by Neil Hill, and man, hell of a debut. I thought the kid looked fantastic. He's well on his way. Fourth place in your pro debut with this quality lineup, nothing to be ashamed of. He should be very proud of himself.
Very dense muscle. That back double bicep is phenomenal. Huge delts, big arms. He held his own, man. Like Cody, he was in good condition too. Maybe a little more thickness to the torso, give him a little bit more of an advantage, but he's well on his way. Like, he looked phenomenal. I was very impressed with his condition today.
Fifth place, this is a guy you got to all watch out for in the future in this division. Moton Jr., who for the past few years has been classic physique competitor and a very good one. Had a lot of trouble making weight, so he did what a lot of these guys seem to be doing in classic now if they just get big and go to 212. And in his case, good Lord, he just needs to get his condition down. Because for him to take fifth place in what I feel was about 75% condition tells you how good he is. So much size, round fullness, beautiful shape, symmetry, all that. I see this guy, once he nails his condition, I think he's going to start cleaning house in 212.
He's going to have to give all these guys problems, man. Listen, Ricky blew up. When he walked out on stage, the size was noticeable. Condition wasn't great, but he's got everything you need to be phenomenal, man. Like, he's got those round quads, those flaring quads, tiny waist, big arms. He's about my height. I saw him walk. He's not a very tall guy. Yeah. But, listen, he's going to give these guys headaches very soon.
Yeah. And rounding out top 6 from Egypt, guy who really should have won this. He won the Texas Pro last year. He was second here last year, second in Chicago. Ahmed El Wardani from Egypt. Trains out of Oxygen Gym in Kuwait under Abdullah Al-Tabi. So, man, he's got the winning team. Just was not in condition. I've seen him a lot better. This was probably, I know you guys go crazy when I come up with these stupid numbers, but I think he's like 80% of the best I've seen him.
He was, but we all know that when he's in condition, he's fighting for a top spot. So condition's an easy fix. It's not like he's missing some huge body part. Back could be better. But listen, it happens to everybody. He'll bounce back, I'm sure. There's a few shows overseas later this year, which I'm sure he may hit. So we'll see him on the Olympia stage.
Yeah. And let's move on. We're going to do all the divisions real quick. But classic physique, we just interviewed him live on this channel. Courage Opara. Yeah, we got to go through men's physique first. Yeah. Courage Opara, man, out of where's he from? Texas? Yeah, originally Nigeria. Nigeria, you guys are kicking ass in bodybuilding and stuff lately. Let me tell you. Vic Richards, what about Blessing? And we talked about them all. But Courage, man, I sort of forgot about him a little bit. He was in the Arnold last year in the Olympia, and I felt like a moron because I totally forgot. You know, I know I come across like a moron more often than not. But man, this guy had a really beautiful shape to him. Legs are phenomenal. He hasn't trained him in a year and a half. He just told us. I think he just needs maybe a little bit more size in the upper body still, which he's been working on to balance out those legs. And I see him hopefully pushing those top 5 guys in Classic at the Olympia.
He's come on the past few years. We see him every year get better and better, and he finally nailed it here. The legs are just silly, man. Like and not training him for a year just makes me angry as hell. But he's coming. His upper body's good. His posing is phenomenal. Presents his body really well. Condition was on. Probably could be a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be dealing with those guys at the top of the Olympia. So he may be in that, like pushing top 5, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th range. Yeah. But the kid's got phenomenal physique. This is a good class. This is a good division, bro. Yeah. Classic, these guys are phenomenal. I can see why it's so this popular.
Yeah, I mean, the top 5, I'd never even heard of, honestly, any of these other guys until today. Adeli Anarat in 2nd, Valentin Petrov from UK in 3rd, Armando Arman 4th, Kim Santos 5th, and Keith Holmes 6th. Never heard of them, but they all look really good today.
Somebody's asking about how you guys feel about Henry Jackson.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you're Henry's friend or family member, and I'm sorry I don't remember how he looked. I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of times there's so many divisions, we really just focus on like the top 5, top 6, because there's 10 divisions we're going through this weekend. So let's keep going, moving right along. Okay, so we didn't do a wrap up of the women's divisions, but the women's bodybuilding was, man, my pick for the win in this was runner up in Chicago 2 weeks ago. Sherry Priyami, she ended up in 3rd. It was Chelsea Dion, again, never heard of her, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Took the show. Sheen Oleg. Who's that? Yeah, I need to be closer. Yeah, J.M. Mannion just informed me that Chelsea Dion was the overall national NPC national champion last year. Was this her pro debut? Yeah, she looked phenomenal. It was a great lineup. It was not like an easy win. Chelsea, you want to turn around and show J.M.? No, he's right there. 2nd place. She looked great, man. I was very impressed because Sheena Oleg was very good. Sherry was very good. So that tells you Chelsea had to be damn good to beat those two.
When Chelsea walked out, she has very symmetrical look to her. Kind of a throwback a little bit to the 80s, obviously bigger. Yeah. But the round shoulders, the tiny waist. She presents herself well. Condition was just perfect. But again, I thought tonight Sherry was phenomenal tonight. She was dry as a bone. I may have had her ahead of Sheena tonight. Yeah. I think Sheena's got a very pleasing look. She's not overly muscular or overly hard, but she just flows very well. When somebody flows like that, like Keon, you can't help but put your eyes to them, even if they're not shredded, right? Sherry was way better condition than Sheena. Yeah. But again, Sheena's shape and presentation put her in 2nd, but Chelsea was a very, very good winner.
Yeah, in 4th place, Victoria Dominguez. 5th, Gabriela Pena. And 6th place, Janine Lankowski, who got Best Poser, which she's gotten several times, and well-deserved. Yes. She puts on a good show. And just as a side note, I wish all you guys out there who compete put a routine together, really. There's a lot of guys tonight that was clearly winging it, repeating poses over and over again. Come up with a routine, guys. Yeah, come on, guys. Don't do that. Just make a little routine up, please. I know you're dieting and you're training, but presentation counts too. All right, women's physique. So no real surprise. We saw it coming in after judging. We saw it coming down to 2 women: Jeannie Feldman from Miami, Florida, and Ana Arias. It's not Harris. It's Arias from Mexico. It's very, very strong. I thought she could have won that. I thought it could have gone either way. But yeah, talk to me about Genie versus Anna.
They're very, very similar. I think Anna wasn't quite as conditioned. I think she was better this morning. Genie nailed it, like out the box, dude. Just crazy shredded glutes. Her side tricep, the glute pole in her side tricep, pointing out, was just insane looking. So I think that condition carried her over. When Genie's in this kind of condition, I like to see her next to Sarah at the Olympia because they're both very, very dry, great glutes, shredded glutes. So Genie, I think, is going to be one of those girls that maybe can give Sarah a little run for her money along with Natalia. But Anna's there's nothing wrong with Anna's physique. She flows very well, great presentation. Yolaris was very good as well. I thought she was very good as well, but just wasn't 100%.
I think you got the top 5 on the next
there
one.
we go.
Nope. No, I don't. Yeah, I do.
There we go.
It was another 2. A lot of these divisions had so many people, they went into 2 pages on the score sheet. So, yeah, third place was Elena Aviles Romero. She's from Mexico, Hector. Hector says, why are you asking me? Because I'm Mexican? That's right. Fourth place, Diana Schneid from New York. She's done a lot of shows.
Rock hard.
Very consistent. Yeah. I swear I've seen her in like 20 or 30 shows over the past few years. And she always does well. Michelle Steves in 5th. Never heard of her before today, but that was a blonde one with the tattoos. She looks really good.
Very good.
And Heather Grace. Heather's been around for a long time and still doing it, still kicking it. All right, moving on. What else we got? We got women's figure. Okay, not too many surprises here, obviously. Jessica Reyes Padilla has been on a streak. I was hoping he's going to correct me over there, Jim. How many shows she's won? She's won, I don't know how many, 3, 4, 5 shows this year. It's been a lot. She just won one like a week or 2 ago. Jessica Reyes Padilla, very, very dominant in women's figure. But she had a real good challenge today from this Cherish Richardson from, where is she? Riverdale, Georgia. Yeah, I mean, both you and I thought maybe she might beat Jessica today.
She looked good. Cherish really brought it. They were moving around quite a bit, moving them next to Jessica. The Cherish really stood out the prejudging. But Jessica is Jessica, bro. I mean, the presentation from when she walks on stage.
The walk.
The walk, bro. Your eyes are just drawn to her. I think she knows that and just draws the crowd in. But that front relax with those delts and the quads.
Those quads.
Oh, my God. I want a special mention to Autumn Cleveland.
Yeah.
Phenomenal condition. She wasn't overly muscular, but I think she has an ideal look for figure. Maybe, I'm sure they want her a little harder, but I think her look kind of goes back to that Nicole Wilkins type look. Yeah. Not too muscular, but great physique, very pleasing look to her. Yeah. And Maggie Watson was phenomenal too.
She was 3rd, Maggie was 3rd, Autumn was 4th.
Anna Murray counterpart.
That's right, she did. There's a resemblance there. They might want to do some DNA and see if they have some common cousins or something. 5th place, Madison Dinges. 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 Madison is her name anyway. 6th place, Ashlyn. And here's another one I'm going to have. Felperin, yeah. Great figure class from Eugene, Oregon. That's another 2-page class. Yeah, this, I believe Tim set a record with this. I think there was 306 or 308 competitors. Where'd he go? I would have asked him, but I'm pretty sure this was another record because he set the record at this show 2 years ago with 300 even, I think it was, or 301. And COVID year. Good luck. 212. That's it. Yeah. No, men's physique. We didn't say who. Okay, I only got the top 2, but big upset. Big upset. Whenever you see Andre Ferguson in a lineup of a show that's not the Arnold of the Olympia, like, okay, well, there's your winner. Yeah. And normally he would have been, but man, I don't want to say I never heard of him because Jam's over there. He'll say. I'm sure he won Nationals of USA or something to be here, but Daniel Ammons from Bellevue, Nebraska. Phenomenal look, and he beat Andre. You got to be damn good to beat Andre Ferguson, and man, he pulled it off.
He pulled it off, and look at Andre's face after he was out second was priceless. Yeah. But Daniel looked good, man. He brought a condition, and Andre's an Olympian. He's a top Olympian. So to beat a guy like Andre, you got to be pretty good. And Daniel really brought it today. Very impressed.
Andre's Lucky Libra on Instagram, isn't he? Yeah. I know people by their Instagram names. Well, that does it for day 1. Now you guys are going to know, when's men's open? What time is it? Well, tomorrow at 11 a.m. we have judging for wellness, bikini, and open men. Open men will probably be last, I'm guessing. And then the finals, I don't have it in front of me. It's like 4? Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, go to Tim Gardner Productions. Tim Gardner Productions has the full schedule. You can also get the pay-per-view on there, Tim Gardner Productions. Keep it on musculardevelopment.com. On the forums, we have contest gallery taken by this guy, Hector, high-resolution images. You can really analyze the physiques. Was that you're laughing with the camera doing that? And, of course, if you go onto the Noble Forum on the play-by-play thread, I got all kinds of images from my little iPhone 13 Pro here. I got every call-out, every comparison. You can study and decide whether you agree with the judges, disagree with them. Just get a good look at the comparisons because sometimes you don't see a lot of that online. So that'll do it. One last question. Tim, was this a record for the competitors?
No, sir.
No?
2019, we had 321.
Wow. Okay, well, still, man, this was like 306, 308?
I think we're just shy of 300.
Wow. I mean, 300 competitors in a pro show. It's phenomenal. It tells you people like Tim Gardner shows and they want to come to Tampa, Florida. Yeah. It's 98 degrees and sunny, and then it pours rain for like 20 minutes, and then it's fine again. Yeah. So that'll do it, guys. That's day one. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. doing more. Go to musculardevelopment.com. Keep up with the play-by-play. More stuff on this channel on YouTube. And that's it. For Big Mike Cox, Ron Harris, coverage of the Tampa Pro brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. And we'll see you tomorrow.